That's right. It is Tuesday night, and yes, that's right. We are here with another edition of Real Boxing with Coach Ronnie Shields.
The Boxing Source proudly presents Real Boxing with legendary fight trainer Ronnie Shields.
Oh man, that's right. Here we are, August 26, 2025. Another edition of Real Boxing with Ronnie Shields. And of course, I wouldn't be able to do this with my great co-host here, brother Joseph Herron of War of Week Boxing. What's going on, Joe?
Well, I tell you what, brother. And before we started this show, I had to seek the counsel of the man, the legend, the myth, Ronnie Shields, and you know what? Uh, he didn't disappoint. This is the wise sage right here, guys. Not just in boxing, but in life. And I tell you what, it is my pleasure and honor to be able to spend this time with him every single Tuesday night. Woo! Thank you, Ronnie.
That's
No
right.
worries.
That's right. That's right. We have the legendary man himself, as always, hailing from Houston, Texas, Mr. Ronnie Shields. What's going on, Coach Ronnie?
Oh man, just trying to get over the weekend, trying to get back in the gym now. So
Hey, I mean,
back at it.
at least this time you ain't have to fly nowhere or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? No
Well, I
long
did
flights.
fly.
Well,
I
it
did,
was like a 30-minute flight or something like that. But,
you know,
still nonetheless, you know what I mean? Not a long flight this time around.
absolutely.
Yeah, so that was definitely great there. And you were, out there with Justin Pauldo as he was in action in San Antonio, Texas, there, being able to, take care of business. So that was a, great experience there overall there. And, we're going to be, talking about Justin Pauldo here over the course of the show here, once we do our little thing as we do with fact or fiction there. But, kind of like, just go through a little bit about that particular fight there because he was able to perform very well. Execute there over the course of the 10 round bout against Saeed Chino and get a shutout win in that bout.
Yeah, man. The game plan was really good, and Justin really followed it to the T. You know, Justin is a real patient kind of fighter. He's a counterpuncher, so he's not used to going out and being first all the time. you know. And we started to change that a little bit, to make him, be first in these fights and not count on every single thing. So what we did in this fight was you know, we made him start faster and, just try to wear this guy down. We know the guy had a good chin. So the concentration was basically on the body. And the first couple of rounds, Justin didn't go to the body as much as I wanted him to. But after about the third round, he really started trying to do it. He was catching him a couple of times. He caught him and hurt him, but not until like the ninth round, he dropped him twice. I didn't think the kid was gonna get up the second time, but he did. The kid was
I
a
didn't
true,
either.
yeah, he was a true
Yeah.
warrior. He was a true warrior, as we expected. But the kid had a great chin, and he came to fight. So that's the most important thing. And Justin paid attention to everything that was said to him, and and he worked. He worked the way he was supposed to, and came out with the unanimous decision.
What I love, Ronnie, what I loved, and once again, I couldn't be there. I was in the hospital with my grandson Boaz and my son,
Right.
and they are home now. Thank you,
Oh,
Jesus.
thank God.
Woo! And so I was watching at the hospital on my phone. I tell you what I love. I love the confidence that Justin has at this time. At the end of the fight, the poor young lady who did the questions
Right.
right after the fight, she said, "Did you know you were gonna win?" He goes, "Man, I knew I was gonna win this fight before I even walked into the ring." And that just speaks volumes of where his head is at right now. And tell us about that, Ronnie. You need that swagger to
Oh,
compete at the elite level, and he has that. So, Ronnie, talk about that, and also, is he ready for anyone at 35 at this time?
I tell you, Justin's confidence, man, is really high right now. And the reason for that is after his last fight, he came in overweight, and he he really beat himself up bad because of that. And he came to me and he apologized to say that'll never happen again, coach. I just underestimated how I was doing things. And but he consulted with with a nutritionist and everything, and he finally got everything right the way he was supposed to have it. And this camp, I could see it. I could see the confidence in him. He felt great about how his weight was coming down, and and he didn't have any problems making the weight. So it was a good thing. And right now, at this moment, Justin can fight anybody at 135 pounds, no matter who it is. It doesn't matter. He is so confident,
Mm.
and he's ready, man. He has a lot of fights under his belt. He has a lot of rounds in the ring, and the experience, you can't beat it. So Justin Pauldo is ready for anybody.
So, if you had your druthers, Ronnie, who would you call out in the 35-pound division?
Well, I would call out several people. I would call out Shakur. Call out Shakur Stevenson, number one. I would definitely call out Flores Schofield, number two.
Mm.
And I mean anybody else that want it. You know, that's how confident I am that Justin Pauldo is ready.
Come on, Lamont. Come on, Lamont
Yeah,
Roach.
I'm
What are
Lamar.
you doing?
He's
What
perfect.
what what are you doing picking on poor Gabe Flores who can't punch? Come on, man. Pick on someone your own size. Come on now.
Oh man, yeah,
Woo! Yeah, I
man,
said it.
yeah, we're definitely gonna talk about one of those guys that you did mention there, as far as like the list within the 135-pound division. So we'll get to that here in a bit, and also would like to give a great shout out to those that are in the live chat right now that have their particular thoughts on another fight that we're going to be bringing up here that happened over the weekend. So we definitely have a few things here that we're going to be tackling here in this particular edition of Real Boxing with Ronnie Shields. But y'all know how we kind of like open things here. So, hey, there goes Morgan. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Get busy living or get busy dying. Or get busy playing rapid fire Q&A with Coach Ronnie Shields.
Well, thank you there, Morgan. Always glad to
Woo!
have you here included on the show. All right, so we got a little bit of a themed Q&A here for you here, Coach Ronnie. So, all right, we're about to start it up. Here we go. All right, Texas Longhorns or Oklahoma Sooners?
Oh, the
Come on now.
Oklahoma Sooners, baby. Sooners all the way.
Oh,
Boo! Boo! Damn it, Roddy.
Hey, man. Oh, Oklahoma is like Sade.
Oh, stop it. Oh, you know what, dude?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
guys, it was nice talking to you today.
oh
Uh,
goodness. Oh no,
Oh,
man.
gosh,
I,
man, I can't
I
believe you're saying this. The Red
I've
River
never been a
Scout.
Longhorn fan, even when Earl Campbell was there.
Oh,
Come on now.
you basically turned Joe into Fred G. Sanford. Oh God.
Yeah. How'd you like it if I put 5 across your lip?
Oh Elizabeth. Oh
Oh,
man.
Elizabeth, I'm coming to you, honey.
Oh man. All right, here we go with the next one.
That cut me deep, coach. That cut me deep.
Better Cowboys defensive tackle, Jim Jeffcoat or Demarcus Ware?
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's a great one. I'm gonna go with a tie on this one. 'Cause both guys were really, really good.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
If Jeffcoat was like out there in the heydays of
Oh,
the
yeah.
As
90s, and
long
then
as you didn't say Bob Brunig, we're good.
oh no no no. Oh man. All right, here we go. Here we go with this next one. Better announcing team combo: Frank
Uh-oh.
Gifford and Howard Cosell, or Pat Summerall and John Madden?
I gotta go with Frank Gifford and Howard Cosell.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Old
And he's
school.
down at the 25. No way. This turducken, it's not Thanksgiving unless it's turducken. Come on, Ronnie.
Pat,
Ah,
Brett Favre is a football player. That is a
you know,
definition of a football
no,
player.
no, no. You have to say this, brother. Brett Favre is something special. You have
Oh
you ever
man.
noticed guys that John Madden always sounded like he had like a piece of banana bread in his cheek when he was talking? Pat, why don't you pass some of that butter so I can put it on my banana bread?
Yeah.
Okay, John, I'm going to be over at the bar getting another drink. Like most people
Oh,
didn't
thank you,
realize
Pat.
Summerall was getting liquored up, man, in every single game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like how Howard Cosell got liquored up in one game and it was during Monday Night Football.
I think all of them got like Dandy Don. You can't tell
Oh
me
Dandy
he
man.
wasn't
Don.
shooting shots.
Oh yeah.
Turn
Oh,
out the lights.
oh
Oh, the
man.
good old days.
Yeah.
I miss the old Monday Night Football.
Oh man.
I'll give you that, Ronnie. I miss the old Monday Night Football, man. But
Oh yeah.
Frank Gifford compared to Pat, come on now. Frank
All right.
Gifford. Shame down.
All right. Next up, better NFL defense: the '85 Bears or the 2000 Baltimore Ravens?
Ooh.
85 Bears, baby.
Oh. Oh, yes. Buddy Ryan. Buddy Ball.
Oh
Woo.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Oh man.
that Sugar Ray Lewis defense, though, man. Oof.
Yeah. Right. Ooh, Ed
Dude, he would
Reed,
just sit back and
Ray
spy on
Lewis.
your ass, man.
Who was my guy? Tony Siragusa is defensive
Oh yeah.
tackle.
Yeah.
Oh man, they
The
were
Goose.
yeah, the goose. Yep. All right.
I didn't think they made Mexicans that big.
Oh man, not since what? Who was it? Who was? I think you had one there that played for the Oilers back in the day.
Oh, yeah. Munoz.
Yeah,
Anthony Munoz.
Munoz. Yep. All right, here we go on the flip side. Better offense: the 1999 St. Louis Rams or the 2007 New England Patriots?
Oh, I gotta go with the Patriots on this one.
No. The
Hmm.
greatest show on turf, coach. Come on
Yeah.
now. Kurt Warner.
Yeah, but it's hard to beat the Patriots, man, on this one.
Mm.
Brady and Randy Moss.
Brady,
Yeah,
baby.
did they win the Super Bowl?
That don't matter.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
Oh man. All right.
Woo!
Here we go with the next one. Best defensive back in college: Charles Woodson at Michigan or Deion Sanders at Florida State?
Oh,
Wow.
this is an easy one. It's gotta be Neon Dion.
Yeah, he cut off half the field, guys.
He sure did.
That guy was a force on the field.
Yes, he was.
Couldn't tackle worth a shit, but he'd intercept it.
Yep.
Yeah. You know how to run it back too.
Yep, but Charles Woodson, yeah, that was your ass, man, if he got in your area.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He was
Like,
a
hey,
hitter.
hey, when are we gonna say be able to say to you want to stay as we told you so? We told you so.
Eventually. Oh, eventually. Let's just wait. Eventually. All right. Here
All
we
right,
go.
I'm a patient man. Yes.
All right, here we go. Next one here. Better college football team. USC in 2004 or Nebraska in 1995?
Ooh,
Wow.
that's a good one. I'm gonna go with Tao on this one.
Mm.
I gotta go with Tao on this one.
I'd say the Horns with Vince Young when they beat USC in the Rose Bowl. That's
Yeah,
what I'll say.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to put them on there because I rate that 2005 Texas team like really high overall. And the thing is, like people kind of like overlooked that when Texas was about to face USC in that game in the Rose Bowl, everyone was talking like USC at that year
Yeah,
was the
everyone's
greatest
talking
team
about
of all
Reggie
time.
Bush.
Reggie Bush and
Yeah.
Lindell White and all of those guys there
Sorry,
at
man.
USC. Come on, man.
VY. Come on, baby. Vince Young, hook
I
'em
mean, I knew
horns.
that. I knew that. I won good money off them.
My
Put
brother
those
was at
Longhorns.
that game. He was at the Rose Bowl right there in
Ooh,
the end zone. Yeah.
oh my goodness. Ooh.
Yeah, he said that was probably the greatest sporting event he's ever been at
Oh, I
live.
can imagine.
Yeah, yeah,
Oof, what a
yeah.
game.
That was a game. That I guess that scene reminds me of when I was at the 2018 national championship between Alabama and Georgia, where Tagovailoa threw that pass to Devontae Smith, to win that title game. So
Well, I tell you what, that's the true Texas Longhorns right there, brother.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
There you go, Ronnie. Yeah.
Hook 'em horns, baby.
Hey, they
Oh,
got a real big game coming up this weekend. And it's got to be at 12 noon Eastern time, though. Gosh, how can
yeah.
you have the number one and number two team in the country play at 12 o'clock in the first week of the season? Come on, man. What are we doing?
Hold on. Champy says this. Can you pull up Champy's comment?
What he said, what, this one?
And I said they don't make beaners that big. He said
Oh,
Andy
right.
Ruiz, look, Cain Velasquez is not a beaner, man. He's from South America. Stop it. Anthony Munoz, yeah, that's all beaner right there. Stop it. Come on, man.
Oh,
No,
man.
don't even put Cain Velasquez in that, man. That's just terrible. Now, Andy
Oh,
Ruiz, I tell you what, if he worked half as hard as Anthony Munoz, he would have been champion for a very long time.
oh man. Yeah.
And I'll say that.
Yep.
I stand by that right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Coach, once again, what do you look for? Do you look for natural talent or you look for work ethic?
Work ethic.
That's it. That's it. Because what can you do with natural talent if he doesn't have a good work ethic?
Nothing.
There it is. There it is. So Andy Ruiz, sit down, brother. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Hey, there you go. That was a good little theme there, man. Like I said, I mean, you got college football that's jumping off here, and you're about to get into the NFL season the following week. So that's why I had those sort of questions
All
there.
right, brother. Ronnie, how optimistic are you about our Cowboys who really screwed the pooch last season?
I feel good about it.
Yes.
But we'll have
Is
to
Micah
see.
Parsons going to play the first game?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Him and Jerry Jones ain't getting along, so
Oh, jeez.
don't look good
Come
for
on,
him.
Jerry. Open up that book, baby.
He won't let him go. We have to let him go, man.
What do you think you should do, Ronnie?
You should trade him.
You think?
Yep. You don't want
While
to be
he's
there.
still worth something?
Absolutely. You can get some good players for him. I'll put an S on that players.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. There it is. There it is.
Yeah. If you're not
Ronnie
gonna
knows.
if you're not gonna open the books for for Micah Parsons, then you might
Let
as
him
well get the
go.
value for him.
Let him
Get it
go.
now. Don't let him walk and not get anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Josh, you know what, guys? And I hate to say this because I was one of the few people who stuck up for Jerry Jones this entire time. But, dude, step down. Step down as GM, man. You
Yeah,
dude,
it's time
stop
for
it. It's time.
Yeah, it's time. It's been
Dude, how
time.
many facelifts
Yeah,
are you going to go through before you see that you're not GM material?
yeah, you're right. It's been overdue that he should step down. I think he should have stepped down 3 to 5 years ago at least. So, but
At least.
uh,
No
he
doubt.
still wants to hold on there with that, man. Well, we'll
Come
see.
on, Dak. Come on, Dak. Woo! Come on, Dak.
We'll see how this upcoming season goes for America's team, as they say, the Dallas
Yes,
Cowboys.
America's team. And by the way, guys, have you seen that documentary on our beloved Dallas Cowboys?
Oh
Have you
man,
seen it yet, Ronnie?
No, I haven't seen it.
You would enjoy it. It's beautiful.
let
Love it.
me
I
let
have to
me
check
see.
it out.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out also myself. So definitely want to see something about that particular team and how
Dude,
that whole team was assembled. Oh my gosh, that's
dude, the 92 Cowboys may be one of the greatest, if not the greatest football team ever assembled.
yeah.
Like, across the middle, Aikman to Harper, and he's going for daylight. It's like, oh my gosh, that blew the game wide open.
Yeah.
Like, I started celebrating right there. I knew we were going to the Super Bowl after that play.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Alvin Harper, baby. Woo!
Evan Harper.
Oh, boy, the glory years. Oh,
Yeah.
man, that was beautiful.
Yep, it was, man. We need to get back to that. At least,
Yes.
try to get close to it. You know what I mean?
Come on, Jimmy Johnson, come back.
No.
No, he ain't gonna do it. The only time you saw him come back was for that, that whole thing with where they had the anniversary for the
The
team.
Ring of Honor.
Yeah, the Ring of
Yeah.
Honor or whatever. Yep. It's the only time he's coming back. Oh man.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh goodness. All right. So now we'll get into this next segment here, and this is going to be something here that goes with the theme of this show. But
Hold on, James. How do you feel about Mike McCarthy as coach?
I think I'm kind of over him now.
Yeah.
He should have
I know.
been gone.
he's out the door. So
Oh boy. Yeah, I know. Well, look, he's better than Dave Campo.
oh yeah, much better than Dave Campo. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, wait a
You
minute.
gotta bring-
Champy is now saying Zurdo Ramirez, the most unathletic beaner you've ever seen in your life.
Oh god.
Really? Come on, guys. Look, I'll say this. If he had half of what the baby bull Diaz had, yeah, he would be whooping everyone's ass. Like, seriously, Zurdo is probably the laziest man. Like, he's like Slowpoke Rodriguez
Oh my god.
from the cartoons. La cucaracha. I'm sorry, as you were, James. My apologies.
Oh man. Well, I mean, now we got to see with the Dallas Cowboys how they're going to do with Brian Schottenheimer as their head coach this year. So,
Oh, boy.
hopefully that'll I guess give a jolt. to
Wait
the-
a minute. That's right. They got rid of Mike McCarthy, didn't they?
Yep, they did. Yeah.
Holy shnikes. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, if well, you know what? Marty Schottenheimer couldn't even get to the big dance. He could never get past the championship game.
Nope, couldn't.
What are your thoughts on hiring Schottenheimer?
Well, I mean, look, like anything else, you got to wait and see what happens. Are the players going to play for him? That's what it comes down to.
There it is. That's the truer words were never spoken. All right, James. I'm sorry. Enough
Yeah.
football, brother. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see, man. We got a few days before it jumps off, but now we got to get into this thing here with the boxing. And I guess we got another guest here with us. Oh, hey, thank you there. All right, hold on. Here he goes.
Maybe, just maybe, it's time for Coach Ronnie's Top 10. Bing!
Well, thank you there, Teddy Atlas.
Woo!
All right, here.
Ready.
Hopefully, you're ready here, Coach Ronnie. We're gonna get through this, and this is our category for this time around.
Top 10 super fights over the last 40 years.
All right, here we go.
So
Super
we're
fight.
getting ready, guys, for September 13th in Canelo versus Crawford. And guys, like I was in line today at our beloved Whataburger, right? And my brother and I were talking about Canelo Crawford. We were talking about the style matchup. And one of the workers said, "Yeah, I can't wait for that fight. Terrence Crawford's going up 2 divisions to fight Canelo." That was an employee at Whataburger.
Yeah.
Guys, everyone is catching Canelo Crawford fever. And
Yeah.
I have to say, Ronnie, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Me too.
So I tell you what, but Ronnie, it has to deliver.
Most
It
important.
Yep, it has to deliver. So as you were, brother.
Yeah, we can't have another Mayweather Pacquiao. Oh, that was
No,
really close.
no.
Oh man. All right, here we go with number 10, Coach.
Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 2. A modern heavyweight classic full of knockdowns and swings of momentum, ending with Fury cementing his dominance in unforgettable fashion. Oh yeah, man, that was a good fight. And that was great. It was great for boxing too. To have these guys fight back to back like that. I thought it was really great. But Fury, he just, he just showed his dominance at the end, you know, and Deontay couldn't hang with it. So, but to me, it was great. I think both guys at the time were kind of fading a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but
In a good way.
in a good way. That's right, in a good way because you know they were equal in talent at that time. So, and I think they both showed a lot of heart, but
Yeah.
it really was a great fight. It really was.
I tell you what, guys. Yeah, and you could say that fight really took a big piece of both fighters. They were never the
Oh, it
same
did.
after that.
No, absolutely,
Mm.
absolutely.
Man, yeah, I was out, man, at a Buffalo Wild Wings watching that fight, and you seen what happened initially with the first knockdown of Deontay Wilder, and then him coming back to knock down Fury twice,
Yep.
and then Fury just still beating up and beating down Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder still was trying, and even in the round before the penultimate result, you seen that Deontay Wilder was still swinging, throwing, and throwing everything he could, before the end of that 10th round, and it just got to that point where he just got too tired, and just Fury just ultimately finished him off there and
Yeah,
had
it wasn't just too tired. He got his ass whooped.
well that
Come
too.
on now, guys. Come on.
But
Well, look,
I
look,
mean,
look, 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 look.
it wasn't
It
like the
take,
second fight though, like the
no,
Exactly.
it wasn't a one-sided dominant effort. The third fight was everything we love about boxing.
Yeah.
Now I can
Yes,
say
sir.
this, win or lose, and you and I, Ronnie, James, we all agree. We don't care who wins as long as we see a fight like that. Then it's all good because everyone wins. Everyone wins.
Absolutely.
boxing wins
Absolutely.
when that
Yep.
happens.
So
Absolutely.
then we get more networks interested, we get more TV dates, we get more appearances by most of our young stars. Everyone wins, guys.
No
So
doubt.
we need to hope that this fight delivers. Because I tell you what, if that third fight between Wilder and Fury was on Netflix, yeah, we wouldn't be having these problems that we have in the American market right now.
Yeah.
Sure wouldn't. Sure wouldn't. Oh man, that was just a great heavyweight bout, man. One of
It
the
was.
better heavyweight bouts of like the past 15, 20 years or something like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hey,
All
can we talk about Joanna Steas losing to a poor man's Terrence Crawford the other night? I'm sorry. We'll touch that later.
right. Yeah.
I just have to
Yeah.
mention that because I was like, yeah, See,
See?
what you give is what you get.
Yep.
That's what you get. That's what you get.
Oh man. All right. Here we go with number 9.
Canelo Alvarez and Grenada Golovkin. The rematch delivered action and drama, with Canelo adjusting in style to hand Triple G his first official loss. Yeah, that was a great fight. That was, and they tell you all the time, styles make fights, and
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely true in that match because both guys, power in both hands, and both guys like to fight in the middle of the ring. So, I mean, it was really good.
Mm.
It was a great fight, and I think for Canelo being a younger man, that probably helped him more than anything, and being in, you know, with the experience that he had with the top fighters that he's fought, I think that really helped him out a lot.
Well, I tell you what, I actually scored that fighter draw, not the first one.
Mm. Man,
No, I,
Oh,
I
look,
thought Canelo won the second one though.
the thing with this fight to me leading into it, like up to that point, I thought Canelo, like when he has his fights against a number of his opponents, like he really gives like a little bit of respect or credence or whatever it is. But for this rematch against Gennady Golovkin, he really hated the guy. I'm talking about he was really irritated with them. The whole thing about negotiations back and forth, like the deal
Right.
was done at like the 11th hour, and he was like, "Oh, he was fuming going into this particular fight with Gennady Golovkin." But he, did what he did in those, last few rounds in order to get the win there and get the decision. To kind of like say that, hey, all right, I finally conquered this guy, and gave him that loss there.
Yeah.
I will say this. I will say this. Coach Abel Sanchez always did a great job of talking for Gennady Golovkin. When Gennady Golovkin, well, obviously, he's a charming guy when he starts to speak English, but it's very broken. You can't extend a conversation, right? And
Right.
I thought Abel Sanchez did a very good job of building that fight. And yeah, um, and I think when he fired Abel Sanchez, that's when his career started to taper off, and he just fell into how does Mike Tyson say? Fell into Bolivian, right?
I mean, listen, man. I'm in
Yeah,
Bolivian.
that's it. And so once again, man, guys, hey, recognize and appreciate your trainers. They sacrifice a lot
A
for
lot.
your dumb asses. Come on.
Oh,
They
man.
do. They
Yep.
sacrifice their time, their energy,
Time, energy, effort,
everything, their time away from their families.
resources.
It's like, man, and these guys don't appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah. Can you tell I'm on the Tellez shitstorm?
I have the
My ass,
modified
Tellez.
strength of fiction order. All right, here we go with number 8.
Canelo, oh, that's the same one.
This is the first
Oh,
bout.
okay. Number 8. Canelo Alvarez, Great Connected 2017. A middleweight war between two prime fighters ended a controversial draw that sparked a heated rivalry. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That the draw.
The draw.
You know,
The dreaded
as
draw.
much as we watch boxing, I really and I never have really seen a draw in any fight. I think somebody wins all the time. You know, and there's only certain fights that you could really say. I mean, look, somebody's going to throw more punches in a round than another guy. You're not going to do the same in every round. So somebody has to connect more than the other guy. And so that's why I never see fights as a draw. I think you can have some rounds that maybe be a draw, but the whole fight, I don't see it. Somebody
Well,
will.
let me ask you this, Ronnie. Is it the biggest, is it not the biggest oversight in the galaxy to
Oh,
make odd number rounds? Instead of 12, why don't we end it in 13 rounds? Come
yeah.
on, guys.
No, and that'll stop all the draws for sure.
That's right.
You know, and but I don't know. Somebody, had this thing of putting it because you only fight 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rounds.
Mhm.
How
Normally
about odd
back in the
numbers
day,
instead?
but back in the day it was 15 rounds.
That's right.
You know,
And
so
we
they,
saw less draws.
yeah, you saw less draws in odd number rounds. So maybe you know either so do you add a round or do you subtract a round?
I
That's
say we add
that's
it,
the
baby.
question.
It's an ad.
Woo! So think about this. If we go to 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13,
15.
what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
That has to be
Really
the
truly,
biggest.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that'll solve a lot of draw problems. Number
Hmm.
one, and number two, it's better. I think it's better for the sport.
Yep. So, guys, that has to be the biggest oversight in the galaxy. And I say we go back to odd number rounds. Thank you very much. Chingao.
Yeah, definitely like that proposal. 5, 7, 9, 11, and 13 around, or yeah, 13 round fights, particularly the 13 rounds for world title fights. I think it should really be in effect for that. That way we have a definitive winner, a definitive champion, and we see what happens there if it goes through 13 rounds. There'd be no draws, nothing like that.
Absolutely.
But at the same token, that would kind of like I guess defeat the purpose of that OTX boxing thing because they had that idea of having
Oh, you know what? You can throw that out dude. Come on now.
it.
Giovanni Marquez still getting a draw. Come on now, guys. Come on.
Yeah, because the
All
one
right.
round is supposed to be the one
The
that
tiebreaker.
the
Yep.
tiebreaker, and
Hmm.
you didn't get a tiebreaker in that fight.
Yep.
Yeah. How was that possible?
Yeah,
Oh man,
Yeah.
that
That
was.
that's foul play. Some home cooking right there, brother.
Yep. Yep.
Did I just say that out loud?
Oh man.
Sorry, brother Marquez.
Yep. All right. Here we go with the next big event here at number 7.
Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao, 2015. Though the fight of the century is shattered financial records, though the action inside didn't quite match the years of anticipation. Oh yeah, absolutely. That people paid for that thing, and I mean they broke all kind of pay-per-view records and everything, and it just didn't. The fight didn't match with the hype.
Yep.
And that turned a lot of boxing fans off.
Yep. So I
Absolutely.
tell you what, come on, Canelo. Come on, Crawford. Come on, baby. We can bring us back to greatness. Come on, let's do it.
Pay-per-view records, box office records, the whole nine there with that fight in May
Yeah,
of 2015, and a lot of people
Oh
anticipated
man.
it and went to either the arena or the bars or ordered it on pay-per-view at the house, and they
yeah.
had it, and they were so mad that they started lawsuits. I'm like, oh goodness, man. But yeah, hopefully we get a different result here coming up on September 13th with that fight between Canelo and Crawford. All right, here we go. This one is another fight, but this one had much more action on it here. So here we go with number 6.
Floyd made it where the junior Oscar De La Hoya, 2007. Yep, a passing of the torch moment that became the biggest money fight in history at the time, catapulting Mayweather to superstardom. Yep, absolutely. Man, this was a fight where a lot of people didn't think Mayweather could win this fight. They thought Oscar was, had the range, the height, everything, and but Mayweather had the talent, and it was a good fight. but but Mayweather came out on top.
How do you feel about Floyd Sr. believing that Oscar actually won that fight?
Well, because he used to train him, so you know,
Yeah. But that's his son.
okay, you know,
Yeah.
I mean,
that's his student.
a number of rounds were in Oscar Hoyer's favor early in the fight, or at least I felt
Yeah,
like in the first half.
yeah,
It's just that Mayweather made the adjustment there, and two, in
yeah.
some cases, De La Hoya does kind of fade or kind of goes off the strategy in the back half of the fight. So that's exactly what happened there in that case. You know what I mean?
Well, absolutely.
So.
Something tells me you had a hard day of sparring today, Coach.
We did.
Oh man, yep. Like you said, it got constant work at the gym, and going to these fights back and forth, man. It does take a lot. All right, here we go. We're gonna go ahead with number 5.
Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson. Years in the making, this heavyweight mega fight finally happened and ended with Lewis over a faded Tyson. Still one of the highest grossing fights ever. Yeah, absolutely. Of course, I was there with Mike Tyson. You know, let me tell you something, man. Mike, you know, he's such a great guy that people don't. I mean, you have to be around Mike Tyson to understand and appreciate him. You know, and man, we really had a good camp at at the beginning. And then like the last 2 weeks was a disaster.
Oh
You know,
my gosh.
and I've never been in something like that before in my life. You know, uh, he was tired of Hawaii. He was ready to go. So he wanted to go to Memphis for 2 weeks, and his stepsister didn't want him to do that. And
Stepsister?
yeah, it was the stepsister.
Uh,
She blocked
okay.
she blocked it all. She blocked everything, and
Oh
we lost him right there, man. He didn't want to train no more. He didn't want to. It was just it was a disaster. And but we got through it. We went to Memphis. He picked him up when he got to Memphis for the last week, and he got to see people, and because in Maui, Hawaii, it's like being in prison.
Yep.
you know, and he was there 4 months. I was there for like 2.5 months. And man, it was, after a while, you get tired of seeing the same thing every single day. You get tired of going to the same places every single day.
You got tired of hearing Don Ho sing Donnie Tiny Bubbles.
Yeah. You got tired just listening to the ocean.
yeah,
Yeah.
No, but we had a great camp, man. And like I say, right at the end though, if things just start turning bad, and that's no excuse because you can't take the victory from Lennox Lewis because he showed up and and he did what he had to do to win.
man.
Well, I tell you what, I'll never forget, man. Emmanuel Stewart. Oh, geez, in that corner afterwards. And obviously, and I couldn't, I'll never forget Ronnie Shields telling everyone to shut the F up.
Yeah. Yep. Everybody trying to talk at the same time. It don't do the fight any good, man.
Nope.
It doesn't. And what's crazy about it, about that whole situation is once we got to Memphis, right? And I ran into Emmanuel and and him and I were talking and he said, "Hey, let's go out to dinner tonight, me and you." I said, "Okay, cool, let's go." So we did. And just so happened I seen some guys that was with Mike Tyson. And so they came over to me and I had to curse them out, you know. They said, "Well, what are you doing with the enemy?" I said, "What enemy? Who you talking about? Enemy? Who's the enemy?" They say, "He is." "He who?" They say, "Emmanuel, he's with Lennox." So I've been knowing Emmanuel before I knew any of y'all. Before I knew Mike Tyson, before I knew anybody. And you gonna tell me I can't sit down and have dinner with this man? And man, I had to cut somebody to make him leave. So what you think? We going over strategy? I mean, it was
Oh,
really crazy, man.
Woo!
I didn't
uh,
understand half of those guys that was with Mike, you know,
yeah, that,
And
and
so where are they now? Where are they now,
yeah,
Ronnie?
who knows?
yeah, exactly.
Who
Man,
knows?
it,
Woo!
but it's weird to me that they had this particular fight at a venue, and here we are about over 20 years later, and it's a Bass Pro Shops. And I actually went in there when it was the Bass Pro Shops. Oh goodness, man! Be like time be
So
flying.
tell us, Ronnie, why was that event placed in Memphis, Tennessee instead of Vegas?
You know what? I think the side feed was really good, and I think that's the reason why they went to Memphis instead of Vegas. I think the side feed was really high.
Yeah, that was a strange place to put a huge event like this. But
Yeah,
hey, it all worked out.
but the
And
thing about it is the city was behind it, so they
mm,
put up the money for it.
there it
So they,
is.
they paid the site fee. So yeah, absolutely.
Man,
There it is. There it is.
yeah. Well, you ain't gonna have an event like that anywhere close like that over in Memphis ever again. I'll tell you that. Oh, God. You don't want to visit Memphis unless you're going by Bill Street. All right, here we go. Number 4. Here it is, number 4.
Oscar De La Hoya versus Felix Trinidad, a welterweight unification that lived up to its billing and build-up, though the controversial decision left fans split. Yeah, absolutely. But you know, these guys was a lot similar to each other. You
Hmm.
know, both was good boxers. They were both tall, long range. You know, so I think that's why this fight was so good. You know, and they both had the determination to win. You know, so it was a great fight, and you can always go back who won, who didn't win. They can always argue at that point in a lot of close fights, but it is what it is.
Man, I thought like De La Hoya was really taking Trinidad to school for those first 4 or 5 rounds, and then all of a sudden he has Trinidad back in the fight, and then those last couple of rounds, it's just like he coasted, like he felt like he won all 9 rounds up to that point.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
well, nope, certainly wasn't that way.
No,
Nope. So,
especially when you got Don King in there.
oh yeah.
Oh, boo. Why didn't we ever get the rematch?
uh,
Why
well,
didn't we ever get the rematch?
that's a good question. That's a good
Because
question.
everyone wanted the rematch. I guess
Yep.
Don didn't want to work with Bob Arum again.
I
Well,
guess at that point,
that's his
probably.
buddy in crime, man. Shit. They've
Well,
been together.
Yeah.
They've been together forever. I don't see why,
But they
but
hated each other, coach.
they hated each other until they got paid.
Yeah.
Trust me, there's a lot of love there.
yeah, and that would have been a fight that both of them would have really got paid.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
rematch?
Yeah,
Yes.
oh yeah. True.
Dude, that would have been huge, bigger than the
well,
first.
but you never know, man. To find these, who gonna put up that money for it, at that, especially at that era, who gonna
Uh-huh.
put the money, you know, Don wasn't gonna put it up for sure, Aram either, and they wasn't gonna do it together, that's for sure.
Hmm.
There it
So
is.
to go
There it
find that
is.
site fee somewhere else.
Yep.
There it is.
Oh, unless they would
Well, I'll
have
tell
went
you
back
what, if
to
Turkey
Vegas.
Al Sheik were back then involved in boxing, we would have
Oh
seen the
yeah,
rematch.
we would definitely had it.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
very could have. Yeah, for sure. All right, here we go. This is another one here with this third one. All right, here we go. Number 3.
Evander Holyfield versus Mike Tyson. The infamous bite fight, where Tyson's frustration led to chaos, creating one of the most shocking moments in sports history. Man, that was really crazy. That, I mean, wow. It was. Ooh. I mean, it seemed like that fight Mike wanted to get disqualified earlier. Though he was doing some crazy stuff. Excuse me. But but man, you just have to know Evander Holyfield. This guy's a true warrior. You know, he don't care who was in. He never cared who was in front of him. He just wanted to get out there and do his best, and that's the way he fought all the time. And Mike got so frustrated, he just took the mouthpiece out and bit him. What can I say?
Wow.
So
Wow.
that,
Twice.
but
Twice.
that should have been. He should have been never allowed to ever fight again in boxing.
Yep.
Oh
You know,
man.
I mean, when you turn to stuff like that, really and truly, I'm glad they didn't. They suspended him, but he was able to come back. But but you do things like that, man. That's just terrible for the sport. But
Hmm.
but it's Mike Tyson, so he was always good. He brought in big money for the sport, so I guess it was just hard to take that license away from him.
Yeah. And what was it? Mills Lane was the referee in that fight
Yeah,
too.
yes, he was.
Oh man. Like,
Yeah,
let's get it on.
yeah. And the thing about Mills Lane, man, Mills, he did something that a lot of referees probably wouldn't have done. You know,
Let it
he just
continue after the first one.
yeah, yeah. Because the first one really didn't do much, you know, but you know he took a point, but then the second one, I guess he said, you know what, this is. I mean, you could really see the bite after the second one, though. I
Yep.
mean,
The
man,
blood.
I mean, he
Yep.
took the chunk out the second one.
Yep.
It was a chunk. So Mills Lane had no choice but to disqualify him then. You know, and the way Holyfield was jumping up and down, man,
Yeah.
Yep.
that was crazy. You know,
Yep.
and if you didn't know what happened, you'd be like, "What is he doing?" And until you saw that ear, you know, but he had to bite the shit out of him for that.
Oh yeah.
Man, to take that chunk out like that
Yep.
and then
Oh
spit it out.
man. And all
Yeah.
of
They
this
found it on the
happened after.
canvas.
Yeah, he had the audacity to spit it out instead of just swallowing it. Then you got no proof. And he could have said, what I do? Show me the proof.
Oh man.
They would have had to give him a laxative to get the proof.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh, that was something. I didn't expect
Uh,
that. Oh, but that was absolute chaos
that
when that
was, man. That was
happened.
crazy.
And to have the thing with Tyson and what is it, about 4 or 5 police people in there in the ring trying to
Yeah,
restrain him,
yeah.
and that led to like one of those more well-known photos in boxing history with
Oh, yeah.
Mike Tyson and those police
Those
people.
policemen, yeah.
Yeah. Oh goodness, man. Yeah, absolutely crazy scene. An absolutely crazy scene for that one.
That was
Oh man. All right, let's see here. All right, we got a couple more left here. All right, here we go with number 2.
Mike Tyson and Michael Spinks. The once and for all heavyweight showdown that ended in just 91 seconds, cemented Tyson's aura of invincibility. Yeah, I think Spinks was just too small then, man. Mike, real skinny. He never was a big heavyweight, but he was a really good fighter. I used to travel with Mike during the amateur days. We used to go all
Mhm.
over. And, believe it or not, man, Mike was a good puncher,
Yep.
and, a good boxer also. This is why he became champion of the world. But, but he was just, man, he didn't belong in the ring with Mike Tyson.
Not
Yeah.
at that time.
Oh,
Oh, God. I mean, Mike just looked like a monster compared to Michael.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Mm.
he did it. He looked, I mean, he was bigger, stronger, faster. I mean, everything. And he just showed it right away.
Hey, can you
Oh,
actually put up the comment from that guy?
I was about to.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
said,
That
"Hey, listen,
okay,
imagine."
okay. Hold on, Ronnie. Could you imagine what would Devin Haney do if someone bit his ear? Holy shnikes!
Oh, yeah, man, that would be that'd be crazy.
Oh
Now
man.
that's another one that might be touched on here a little bit, but yeah, that fight there for the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Yeah, poor Michael Spinks. You know, it was just that Tyson, as you said, was there compact. Like everything that he threw just had so much emphasis behind it back then in 1988 that Michael Spinks just didn't have much of a chance at all.
No.
Yeah.
Now we talk about the game being mental, right?
Yep.
Michael Spinks, yeah, he was mentally bullied before
Oh,
he ever got in the ring.
oh, without a doubt. Without a
Like
doubt.
he was already done.
Oh yeah.
You could see it in his face, Ronnie.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Definitely broken before that first bell rung. he
Oh,
was he was
yeah,
done. Oh man, goodness gracious! But I mean that like you said, that started that run there for Mike Tyson as an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world at that point. So
Yeah.
that was the and it led to him being, of course, one of the most iconic figures within that era up to today. That's been what about almost 40 years now. All right, here we go with number one top super fight here over the past 40 years. Here we go.
Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler. A long way to clash between two legends, remember? For Leonard's tactical brilliance and Hagler's relentless pressure in a controversial decision. Yeah, absolutely, man.
let's be honest, Coach. How did you score that fight?
I had Hagler winning.
Yep.
I did. I did. That was
Yep.
that, that was a robbery on that one. It
Yep.
re- this guy, you know, I mean, this is the thing about boxing, man. If you are a favorite and judges aren't supposed to look at favorites. They shouldn't have a favorite. You know, you just got to score the fight the way you see it. That's the way it's supposed to be. But it never ends up that way. You know, and you a judge is not supposed to be a fan because
Yep.
if you're judging it as a fan, you're gonna see things that your guy that you like only do. You're not gonna see what the other guy's doing.
That's it.
But Hagler, man, he really showed out in this fight, and but he just proved that he was one of the best fighters in the world in that era. And and back then though, you have to give the guys a lot of credit because everybody fought everybody.
There
It
it
was
is.
no it was no ducking. There was fight. Not once, not twice, sometimes three times. You know, you just got good fights out of all of these guys.
Yep.
And that's what the fans wanted to see. And those guys made good money for that era. But if they was in today's era, they'll be making a killing.
Do you remember back when, Ronnie, everyone considered the fans the real bosses of boxing?
Oh, without a doubt.
Okay, so does everyone share that sentiment today?
No, they don't.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. It's he who has the money now.
Hmm.
There it is.
That's it.
And
There it is.
this this particular fight, had so much build up behind it. And of course, she had a little bit of the backstory where it could have happened earlier, in time. But Sugar Ray didn't necessarily want to have that fight, for like, what, a few 6 or whatever.
Ray, Floyd before Floyd.
Yeah, the Hagler definitely wanted that fight. He wanted to because it was going to be his defining fight of his professional career up to
Do
that
you remember the press
point.
conference?
Oh man,
Do you remember the press conference? The one I'm talking about? Where Hagler showed up and he thought that Sugar Ray was going to announce the fight and he
yep,
didn't?
he didn't. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Dude, is that a Floyd move or what?
Oh yeah.
What do you think Floyd learned it, guys?
Either that was a Floyd move or that was a Terrence Crawford move. Initially, when they were supposed to have the fight the previous year, 2022. Remember
Well,
when Terrence Crawford went on to fight David Evasion instead of Errol Spence in 2022?
oh, geez. Are you talking about David Kardashian? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, but look, here as Coach Ronnie was talking about with the
So,
judges here with this
hold
fight.
on, Ronnie. Hold on. With that said, and you brought up a very, very fine point, James. Is Canelo versus Crawford going to end in controversy?
You know, I think it is.
Oh,
I do. I just think, well, I just think close rounds. Crawford is not going to get close rounds.
mm,
And I mean that's just me talking. I don't think he's going to get close rounds.
Listen,
You know, uh, I just think that judges, if you look at Canelo, he gets the eye of these judges, and it's like the judges don't see the opponent; they just looking at Canelo, so they just see everything he's doing, and not looking what the other guy's doing. Some kind of way he attracts their eyes to him and only him. And you can look at a lot of fights that he's had that you can see, oh my God, no, 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 no. You
uh,
know,
Can- and Canelo had Adelaide Bird in his first
uh,
fight against Gennady Golovkin,
yeah,
and Sugar Ray Leonard had Jose Juan Guerrero with that
yeah,
118-110 score.
yeah. I mean,
Uh,
you be wondering what are these guys thinking about? What are they looking at? You
yeah.
know, and obviously they're only looking at one guy. They're not
Yep.
looking at both guys to
Yep.
see what they're doing. You know.
You know what's amazing? And Ronnie, when you talk to fans, um, and
oh,
you hear them talk about the action in the ring.
Right.
Oh man, my guy was whooping your guy's ass, and you're like, wait a minute, that's not the way it played out.
No.
But that's the way it is, though, isn't it? That's the way
The way it
fans
is.
fights.
The fans are the same way. They only look at one guy. They're not looking at what the other guy's doing. You know, and
oh,
and that's because that's where their feelings are. And a lot of fans, if they bet, they definitely only looking at their guy. They don't want to see nothing what the other guy's doing.
oh man, I had forgot something there with that last comment that we put up from that guy talking about imagine some guys ear getting bit nowadays. Well, someone did this in a minor way, and that was our favorite Puerto Rican fighter, Edgar Berlanga, when he bit the ear of Romer Alexis Angulo.
You know what,
Yeah.
man? Hamburger Langa, man, that guy is counterfeit. He tries to do everything that every great has ever done, and you know what, man? Sorry, brother.
It
You're
backfired.
like the poor man's fighter. Where it's like, dude, think about this. Hamburger Langa, why are we even talking about him?
Yeah.
Why how did he get here?
Yeah.
Like seriously, Ronnie, how many fighters have you ever trained that could whoop Berlanga's ass?
Oh, plenty.
That's what I'm saying. Why is he here?
Great matchmaking.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is.
I mean,
Woo!
we talk with I got Brad Goodman, man. He's one of the catalysts there when Berlanga started his career on the top rank. So they knew how to build him.
Well, look,
without
look.
a doubt.
Look. They did a great job building his brand, but
They did.
they didn't do a good job cultivating his skill set.
Oh no.
Look, that's what the 4, 6, and 8 round levels are for.
Yeah.
But only like they were only interested in first round knockouts.
Yep.
And that's what you get. That's what you get. Like Ryan Garcia. That's right, Robert. What's his name from Golden Boy? Roberto Diaz.
Roberto Diaz.
That's
Yeah.
why he got the shit can.
Yeah.
Because honestly, he just built Ryan Garcia's brand, getting a bunch of first and second round knockouts, and didn't use that time to cultivate his skill set.
Yeah.
Now, what do we have? We have a one trick pony.
Yep.
A guy who has a left hook, but nothing left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you got a guy like Rolly Romero taking his ass to school. Hey, congratulations to Rolly Romero, though.
Yep.
Hey, guys, and seriously, in all seriousness, all prayers to Rolly Romero at this time, guys. He's going through it. And I'll talk to you off the air, Ronnie, so you can reach out to him, brother, because you're a great mentor.
Gotcha, man. And prayers out to Rolly Romero here at this particular time. Man, we had this this list of super fights, leading into what's coming up for September 13th at Las Vegas, Nevada, as I say, with Canelo and Crawford there. So as Joe was mentioning, man, we hope this is going to be a really good fight.
It had better be a sizzler.
Really good fight. That's all we ask for is a really good fight on that instance, man. All right. So we've been in here for just a little bit over an hour. Big ups for everyone that's been able to listen live here to chill out with the coach and of course my guy here, Brother Joseph here in the War Week Boxing. Now we got our segment here, and y'all know what it is. Oh man, we gotta put out these fees for this guy again. All right, here we go.
Hey, this show needed the cash cow back to introduce fact or fiction.
Well, at least it's Cash Cow and Floyd Mayweather, not Gervonta Tank Davis. Oh man, so all right, now here we go. We're gonna go now. We got to do this one here because this one we have been talking about it, hitting at it for pretty much most of the show. So this is the one we got to do. All right, Yoenis Tejas learned a hard lesson in his bout against Abbas Barao, as the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Fact or fiction?
Oh, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I didn't get to see it live because
Yeah.
Justin Pauldo fought the same night. But when I got home, I looked at it and all I could do is shake my head.
Yep.
What are you thinking? What are you doing? When he was in camp with me, we definitely had him prepared for anybody. And the thing about it is sometimes when you feel that the grass is green on the other side, it's not. It's not green, it's brown. So and that's what you get. You get shit on.
That's what you get. That's what you get, brother. You had it made. You had it made, Thayez. And you know what? I love Yoenis, man. He's such a nice guy, but come on, you had it made.
Yeah.
You had the best sparring. You had the best mind in your corner. Dude, what are you thinking? Like, and seriously, what are you thinking?
What were you thinking? Oh my God!
Oh well.
And to see him get out pointed there round after round, and props to Abbas Barao. He had a great strategy in there, particularly after the fourth round. Landing in the
I will say this: someone characterized him as the Down syndrome version of Terrence Crawford.
Oh my God!
Wow.
He does kind of look like it. Oh, dude. Well, look. Credit to him for Barao. Credit to Barao for pulling out that exciting fight. But Yoenis, yeah. I'll tell you what, man. You owe Brother Ronnie an apology. There it is.
Oh, no, he don't.
There it is. Huh?
No, he don't. No, he
No,
don't.
he doesn't.
You know?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Because once you leave, There's no coming back.
That's it.
Uh-oh.
Once you're
Uh-oh.
out the door, you're out the door. That's it.
Uh-oh.
That's
Uh-oh.
it. It's over.
Yep. And and they had that, the thing there with, of course, our, previous guest on from last week's show, Antonio Tarver, there in the commentary, and that last round, man, him and his guys there at the booth, they were going crazy, and then seeing that knockdown happen with 10 seconds left, it was like that. Put the icing on the cake there in favor of Abbas Sprouse. So, I mean, props to him. He's going to be the interim WBA champion there. And
Well, he's going to be the champion.
yeah, the champion. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. In a few weeks.
For Canelo.
Yep.
So, who do you see him actually fighting next, Ronnie?
I just read that he's gonna have to fight. Oh man, what's his name? I just read it too. I read it today.
Is it going to be a unification with Bakram Murtazaliev?
No.
That's a damn shame.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
No, I just read it too, man. I forget who it was.
That's all right. Well, I tell you what, just once again, Murtazaliev, I really feel bad for him. Because, look. If you can't sell tickets, Ronnie.
No, that's true.
So who's going to want to step in the ring with a beast like Murtazaliev, who looks like he's a biscuit shy of 68?
Yeah.
Hey,
if you can't sell tickets.
Erickson Lubin didn't do it.
Yep. And he fights everybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus Chavez or Jesus Ramos. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Get him.
Oh, no, he said, Jean Refugio, he says, Tez got his ass whooped there in Secret Ninja. He said, and Tez got absolutely smashed. And Champion said, hey, that's what Tez gets for ducking Jesus Ramos, I guess.
Well, look, he thinks everyone's ducking Jesus Ramos. And look, Jesus, fight Bakram Murtazaliev if you can't get a fight.
Yeah.
Come on now. What's wrong with that?
I mean, that should be the one, right? That exactly should be the one. That should be the one.
Either that or Brian Mendoza.
Yeah.
Yep. Most definitely. So I think that would be a perfect opportunity there for Jesus Ramos to, fight for a world title there. So why not go for
there
it?
There it is. Do it.
All right, here we go with this next one here for fact or fiction. Here we go. Floyd Schofield shouldn't talk about fighting Shakur or Tank or Zepeda because he wouldn't get past Justin Pauldo. Fact or fiction?
Oh, that's a fact. Definitely.
Yeah.
But trust me, they don't want to fight Justin.
Why not, Coach?
Oh, because he knows. He's been there, done that. He knows.
Is that why he's still at Davies? Is that why he's still at Davies gym?
Say that again?
Is that why he's still at Davies gym?
Oh, yeah. He knows his ass whooping waiting if he gets in with Justin. He's been there.
Ooh, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, Floyd Sr., I'm sure, would have a different story about everything.
Oh, of course.
He has sparring stories about his son versus everybody, it seems.
Yeah, except Justin Pauldo. You don't ever hear him bring up the name Justin Pauldo, do you?
Yeah, he's not. He's not going to bring it up.
I tell you what, Coach, your guy made it look very, very easy the other night.
Absolutely.
Very, very easy. And we know it's not easy. No one at this level is easy.
Absolutely.
But that just shows you where Justin is at this time, where he's making world-class opposition look easy.
Absolutely.
And so, look, guys, I'm sorry, Raymond Murataya, hey, you can get it. Come on now.
You can get it.
Yeah.
You can get it.
Woo!
Yeah.
What do we have next, James?
All right, here we go with the next one here up. We're going to go with this one. All right. Canelo Alvarez having Boots Ennis to come over and train with him shows that he is not cutting any corners in his preparation for the fight against Terrence Crawford. Fact or fiction?
Oh, that's definitely a fact. You know, and let me tell you something, Boots is the perfect sparring partner because he fights great both ways, you know,
Hmm.
orthodox and southpaw. So, and everybody know Crawford does the same thing. So, you know, and and I think that's the best thing that Canelo could have done was to bring in Boots Ennis.
So, do you think, though, Coach, that everyone is making too much of this sparring session, right? So, because Canelo has so much experience on the big stage, he knows what to do.
Yeah.
Do you think everyone's making too much of this?
I think it's just going to sell the fight even more.
Mm.
I think it really is because look, Boots is a great fighter,
Hmm.
and they helping each other out, basically. Look, Boots ain't just there to get a payday. As far as just sparring goes, he's there to get that experience also. And that's the reason why he's doing it. He's not just doing it because of this payday that they paying him every week for. But the thing about it is, you know, he's a fighter himself. He's going to see people like Canelo. So why not? It's look. I'm telling you something that works both ways for both of them.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
There it is.
Most
There it
definitely.
is.
I mean, if you've had your brothers, do some work there with Canelo Alvarez in the past, and hey, you can have Boots Ennis in there, doing work with them as well. And brother Joe, that last question you asked, I'm glad that you asked it to Coach Ronnie and not me, because if I would have answered that question, I would have burst up a storm. Because what I'm seeing in some of the reactions for this, oh my God, it makes me hate the sport of boxing with the way some
Yeah.
people reacted.
Well, look, guys, it's just fans being fans. And once
Yeah,
again, like, let's just put that out there. Okay? We need more fans that way. We need more fans to choose sides.
Yeah,
We need more fans to have a vested interest in
yeah,
what's going on. So you can't fault them, guys. So, you know what? Hey, bring up your flag, and, hey, when fight night comes, hey, rock on, man. That's awesome. That's beautiful. That's what we need. That's what this sport needs more of. We
yeah.
need more fans that choose sides. We
Absolutely,
love that stuff.
no doubt.
Like
yep.
honestly, the last thing we need is indifference.
Well, yeah, definitely don't need that.
The last thing we need is indifference. And so when guys come out and make these terrible accusations and these terrible comments, hey, we welcome it. That's fine. That's what this sport needs. We need more, hey, either one way or the other. That's fine.
Yeah,
It makes the event bigger. Boxing is better for it on the long run.
As long as it brings more eyes to the event once it
There
happens.
it is.
All right, here you go. All right. All right, here we go with this next fact or fiction. All right. Devin Haney losing his appeal in court is not going
Yes.
to do anything to boost his confidence in his fight against Brian Norman Jr. in November. Fact or fiction?
oh, that's a fact. I was with Brian Norman the other day. We had a great talk with this kid. I really like this kid, man. Him and I, we made a pact. If we ever together somewhere, I'm gonna do the hand pass with him. And we went back and forth on who's gonna quit first. And I'm
Because tell
definitely
us,
gonna
Ronnie, it's
quit
it's like
first.
a fight, isn't it?
I told her, I said, look, man, you might be looking at me as an old man, but you don't understand. I've been in this game. I know what to do. So so we got a pack. I told him to come to Houston. He said, no, it's too hot. He said, you can't get me there. So I tell you that, man, I don't care where I get you at. We can go to Alaska. It ain't gonna change.
Yeah, it's like a fight, guys. And once again, we're not talking about the shoe shine mitt work
No,
like Canelo just showed in his camp, right? Oh,
no,
chingao.
no.
So, Ronnie, did you see any of that footage of Canelo doing the shoe shine mitt work, the Mayweather mitt work
No, I didn't
with
see it.
Eddie Reynoso?
No, I didn't. Oh, yeah, no, I did see it. I did see that.
What
Yeah,
were your
it's not.
thoughts on that?
It's nothing. Have you ever seen him fight that way?
Exactly.
Have you ever seen
Woo!
anybody? Have you ever seen Mayweather fight that way? Anybody?
Right,
It's a show.
exactly.
All it is just a show. It's not teaching. You don't learn anything from
so
that.
so when have you ever seen a 28 punch combination in the ring?
Never. You never will.
Oh, guys, it was just for show. Come on. We're going
Oh,
to see the real thing on September 13th. Come on now.
oh man,
Woo!
one way or
Hey,
another.
here's an impromptu fact or fiction. Okay. Fact or fiction coach, David Benavidez and Abel Sanchez are correct when they say Crawford's decision to skip tune-ups at 168 makes defeating Canelo nearly impossible. Fact or fiction?
Fiction. 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 Let me tell you something, man. What people don't understand is, if you're gonna move up like Crawford is doing, you go up against the best. You don't go up and fight different styles that's gonna get you hurt, and then it's gonna wear you down. You go up for the best, and you have to be at your best in order to go up against the best. And look, Crawford body is not worn. He don't have wear and tear on his body like a lot of these fighters. He's only fighting once or twice a year.
Hmm.
So, he's smart. He's keeping his body in shape. People have to understand that this is a sport of boxing. This guy, he's not an old fighter. Canelo is getting that way. Not just it's because of the fights that he's had. Just go back and look at his last fight against William School. You know, look, he couldn't even chase this guy. He wasn't even interested in chasing him. That's a sign of getting old. He didn't
Hmm.
he didn't want to push his body. So in this fight, he's not going to have to look for Crawford. Crawford is not going to fight anything like William School. Crawford is going to be right in front of him, and that's going to be the difference in a fight. Crawford is going to beat him to the punch every time. Watch and see.
There it is. Spoken from the
And
master. I love it.
like you said,
Woo!
it's about the lack of wear and tear that Terrence Crawford has, and it's going to be his 42nd pro fight in comparison to, as I always say, Santoso Alvarez Barragan, and this is going to be his 68th pro fight. He's been in the game since he was 15 years
Yeah,
old, 20 years in the game.
wear
So
and
you see
tear, man.
that wear and tear is showing over his past few fights, whether it's against a William Skull or Edgar Berlanga or a Jaime McGee or whatever it is. You've seen it, So
And Crawford is one of those guys that you see drinking, smoking, doing all of this stuff
God bless you, brother.
on the outside. That's not Crawford.
Viva
Craw-
Mexico, cabrones!
Crawford is clean,
Yeah.
clean man. He has no wear and tear on his body. Watch
None.
and see. Canelo got a lot of wear and tear.
Yep. And
Well, I will say this. Coach, your thoughts on Erickson Lubin versus Virgil Ortiz Jr. at 154.
154, I think Virgil's going to be too strong. You
Mm,
know, Lubin has a suspect chin.
yep.
You know, he's a really good fighter, but he's not that one punch power guy. He
yeah.
was
Yep.
a really good amateur fighter, and he incorporated some of that in his pro
Hmm.
skills. Now, he's a really good fighter, but when you get, I don't know how he can keep Ortiz off. I really truly don't understand how he gonna keep him off. And with Ortiz, he's a beast, man. He can fight, you know, and he's gonna put pressure. And
Yep.
Lubin can box. He has good
Yeah.
legs. He does. He has really good legs. But the problem gonna be is when he get hit. You know,
Yeah.
Mm,
I
and
think Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be like when Lubin fought Jesus Ramos in September 2023, and Lubin, used his movement and used his boxing skill to get a decision there against Jesus Ramos. But I felt like at the time Ramos wasn't as active, with his punches and with the jab coming forward. Virgil Ortiz is not going to be like that.
No, no, because Virgil understands the levels that you have to go to. And I think Ramos, he's still young. He didn't understand what level he had to go to in order to beat Lubin. It's levels. They keep telling you it's levels in the sport. It is levels in the sport. So you have to
Hmm.
know where you at, and you have to get above where you were in order to reach that next pinnacle. In anytime you're fighting a different guy, you have to raise that your level up, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, we're running out of time, Coach, and I want to ask you something. Um, this has to do with the November 22nd bout or the fight card.
Right.
Now, Jose Senior, I spoke to him, and he said, "Look, if both David and Arthur are successful, we already have an agreement to fight next year. Who wins and why? Arthur Beterbiev versus David Benavides."
I would have to go with David Benavidez. And the reason I say that is because this guy, he's really coming to his own. He's doing things that he's fighting like a lightweight fighter. He's making you he's making you throw punches, and Petreviev is an older guy. That's what we're talking about, Petreviev, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the older guy, and normally if you watch his fights, he throws a lot of punches also. But in his last fight against Bivol, he started off slow. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a sign that,
Hmm.
he's aging, and he can't do it like he was doing it a few fights before then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he he can't pull the trigger. That's a sign of old age.
Yep. I mean, I even
Right.
seen that with Beterbiev in his first fight against Dmitry Bivol, but that was, me being biased because I was rooting for Beterbiev in that fight. And there were times like in the middle of the fight where I saw Bivol be on the ropes, but then like get away, like shift away.
Yes,
And I'm like, Beterbiev usually like would throw those shots to the body to try to cut off
is
the ring or cut off those exit points. And
yeah,
I didn't see it there in that first fight.
no,
And you definitely didn't see it in that second fight there either. So
yeah, you know, But if I'm him, that's who I want, David Benavidez. Because now if he loses, I don't think he would ever fight another fight. I think he would call it a career. I think that'd be a career defining fight for him. If he was to lose.
yeah.
So, Coach, last thing before we say goodnight. Dillian White, former title challenger,
Yeah.
says this to everyone. You know what? This is not where my story ends. I do not want to go out like a punk. Um, Coach, what are your thoughts on Dillian White not wanting to go out like this?
Well, you know, the problem he's going to have is a promoter putting up the money
Yep.
because he makes a lot of money in his fights, but now I don't think the fans want to see him anymore. You
Yep.
know, I think what they saw a couple of weeks ago, probably they closed the book on him. It
Yep.
happens in the sport. And I understand. He wants to go out a winner, like everybody does. You know, but but the problem is, who you gonna fight. You can't just fight anybody. You got to fight a name, and
If you want to make that money, yes.
yeah, I mean, but then that's the thing. Nobody wants to see him anymore. Because he didn't show anything. If he'd have showed something in his last fight,
Yeah.
then maybe okay, if he'd have got knocked out maybe in the ninth, 10th, 11th round, say, now, yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, people, want to see that. They want to see you, but in the first round, no, absolutely not. You can't convince people that you're better than that. because of what happened in the first round.
Perception
You didn't.
is
Yeah,
everything.
the first few seconds of the round.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I don't
you
even
didn't go up a minute, a little over a minute.
I didn't even think he threw a
That's not.
punch.
Yeah,
Well,
most
hold
people.
on. Refugio has the
Yeah.
beat, I think.
Yeah, he says Dylan White versus Deontay Wilder, 2 shot fighters make for a great fight.
I don't think he can beat Deontay. I think Deontay gonna come out swinging with that right hand, and
Yeah.
that's going to be over.
Yeah, he looked like a shot fighter, didn't he? Didn't he, Ronnie?
He
Yep.
did. I mean, and he had a great career, man. And nobody wants to go out that way, and I understand it. But he got to understand it's a lot of money involved, and who is he going to fight?
Yep.
That people are going to pay money to go see after what
Yep.
they just saw.
Derek Chisora again.
Oh, gee. No.
That's good.
Like, honestly, I would much rather see Moses Italma versus Derek Chisora.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And even then,
then,
look, guys, look, this is the problem. Because I get flashbacks of Roy Jones Jr. versus Danny Green in Australia.
Yeah.
We don't want to see that.
No.
We don't want to see that, guys.
No.
And so, nuggets of wisdom from the 2026 Hall of Fame inductee, Ronnie Shields. Yes. Woo!
real quick,
Yes,
shout out
ready,
to
guys,
Brother
bang
Lance.
the drum, please.
They're in the building there. Giving shouts to myself, Ronnie Joseph in the chat, man. Shout out to you, Brother Lance, here for joining us here on this one, man. And hey, this brings a close here to another edition of Real Boxing with Ronnie Shields. Of course, you had my great co-host here, Brother Joseph Heron of War a Week Boxing. You can check him out at War a Week Boxing there on YouTube. And your parting shots, Coach Ronnie, for the fans here.
As always, you can follow me on Instagram at official Ronnie Shields.
Well, on behalf of Coach Ronnie Shields, I am your host, J.R. Bell of the Boxing Source. Have a great evening, everybody.
The Boxing Source proudly presents Real Boxing with legendary fight trainer